Dallas Courthouse is Brad Parker, who's a trial attorney in that area, who's tried several civil lawsuits. Good morning, Mr. Parker. Thank you for joining us here on Court TV.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How high profile is this case, and explain to our viewers how unusual it is to have a wrongful death civil suit with no criminal charges having brought against either this defendant or anybody?
Well, the case hasn't gathered a lot of attention here locally. A little surprising, quite frankly, given the facts of the case and once you learn more about it. It is unusual to have a case like this where, in at least the civil context, you're basically trying a murder trial. I have never seen this other than maybe the O.J. situation that we're all familiar with, where the allegations of murder are being placed. Obviously, it's an interesting case from that standpoint. The burden of proof in this case is going to be less than in a criminal matter, and probably provides a good forum to have the civil justice system hear it.
How do you assess how both have come across so far? Opening statements are just a taste of what they're going to present. But you have these strong statements from the plaintiff, from the attorneys representing the daughter, and the son's attorneys, through the son's mouth, saying that basically she's just jealous. Do they have a lot to overcome here, the son, Chuck Mayhew Jr.?
Well, I think, quite frankly, they do have a lot to overcome. Just the allegations, whether they're true or not, are extremely inflammatory, and I think that there's going to be a lot to overcome. Admittedly, the defense attorney says that Mr. Mayhew, Chuck Mayhew, is not a likable type of guy, that he has done some very disgusting things, but it doesn't equate to murder. And I thought he did an extremely good job yesterday in his, the defense that is, in their opening statements, trying to downplay and trying to put a, let's get back to reality, folks. I mean, this is a dysfunctional family. This is a family that didn't get along. He's going to try to shift the blame. He just wants everybody to say, okay, let's take the inflammatory nature of this proceeding out of the box, and let's really look at the evidence and what the evidence has to show, and try to focus the jury's attention back to what's really important in the trial, that is the evidence and whether or not it supports finding of negligence, or in this case, the wrongful death of the father.
Well, Brad Parker, stay right there with us.